Jeremiah 30 and 13. Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 13. There is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicines. But if we come back to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, then he will heal us. I have torn and I have I will heal. Well, it says it right here. Let me get it. Hosea 6 and Hosea 6 and 1. Come and let us return to the Father. See? For he had torn us into pieces, and he is the one that will heal us. He had beaten us down by smiting us unto deaths, unto our deaths, and he will bind us up, meaning make sure that we will live, you know. He's the one that does all these things, right? Another scripture is this. Jeremiah 24 and 9. And I will deliver them, the Israelites, to be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth for their hurt, not for your fun. To be a reproach and a proverb, a taunt and a curse. So if you don't understand what this scripture means, for example, Isaiah 4 and 1. In that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and eat and wear our own apparel, because who made this? Which race is the one that invents sexy toddler sections in schools? Who does this? Is it the Arabs? Maybe it's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I know these bastards was up to no good. They always come out to sewers and do stuff and then hide. If you're doing good, why you hiding? Anyway, who makes this? Why does sexy toddler section clothing exist? Why does it? Google ran out of words all of a sudden and stuff like that. But I know they have it, because back in the days they used to. Here, it's sick that shops sell sexy kids clothing like baby bikinis and stuff like that. You see? But who does it? Which race does it? Yeah, I don't want to help you. Which race do you think does it? The Asiatic do it too, by the way. I know they fucking do it too. But who are they partakers with? Are they partakers with Islam? Or are they kicking Islam out of their lands? And Chinese too. They're kicking Islam also out of their lands. Even though there's a lot of Islam vanishing mosques, China's brutal crackdown on Muslim minority there in the country. Yeah, you have Chinese Muslims, man. That's the only place I would go. I don't want to go to no places. I don't want to go to China. But I was just thinking about it, like, you know, when you see these vloggers going on, Jacob Descendant vloggers. I don't watch no goddamn Edomites. If you see these Jacob Descendant vloggers in different countries and stuff like that, you always see them eating squid and all these filthy shit, man. Yeah. But then I saw someone go to this place in China where they had Muslim food, and then I looked and I was like, hey, I would eat there. I would be able to eat there because they don't eat garbage, you know. They don't eat garbage. They don't eat pork and all these type of things. So I would be safe there. They like, I don't know if they eat shrimp and stuff like that. I don't want to be that. I don't want to say too sure. No, it's not shrimp. I don't want to be too sure with that, but they do not eat like pork and stuff like that. So that would be safer for me to be eaten. Well, if I was to go there, but I do think they eat crab. I'm not sure about that. But yeah, it looks when you see this, you can be sure that there's no pork. But then again, you don't know if there's something else. Like, I don't know, possum. I don't know what the hell they eat, man. But, yeah, anyway. These are the things that they're doing. 2023, 2025. It's all over the place. 2024. Shopping in the kids section for myself. Why? Because you can wear these type of clothing because they're that sexualized.
Ah, yeah.
What did I just see?
Ah, yes. Instagram.
Oh, Instagram. Okay.
Oh my God, I
A grown ass female.
did it. Yes, that's me, and yes, I am in the literal children's section. And yes.
And you can still dress like a whore, but that shows you who is doing it. But anyway, let me go back to over here. So we will wear our own apparel. So the women are going to dress their own clothing. They're going to wear their own clothing because you're not going to be dressed by the caucus. You're not going to be fed by the caucus. You're not going to be schooled by the caucus. You're not going to be policed by the caucus. You're not going to be housed by the caucus. You're not going to be done in for anything by them once that time comes. But let me go on. Only let us be called by thy name to do what? To take away our reproach. So why do they want to come and join you? Because they don't want to go through this. Here, Jeremiah 24:9. And I will deliver them to be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth for their hurt, to be a reproach and a proverb. You know, you want to hide from something from a nigger? What? Well, put it in the book. Fucking Kofi. But anyway, a taunt, which is something to make you angry, and a curse. Everywhere we go, we're cursed. But we are a people under curses. We are not the cursed people. That's the difference. Just like how we are, Jacob was a supplanter, Esau is a deceiver. There's a difference. A supplanter is one that you know and he knows. He's not hiding anything from you. He just realizes something about you like, hey, this guy doesn't even see the worth in that thing that he has. But he does. He knows the worth. He knows it. He despised that thing. He doesn't find it worthy. And you notice that. So you'll be like, hey, he doesn't care. Hey, can I have that from you? Can I have it? Oh yeah, you're taking. You got something for me? Give me some food. It's raw. I don't care. Just give me some lentils and stuff like, which is actually greenery. But anyway, give me that food, and then you give him and stuff like that. Okay, cool. Okay, that's I replaced you with that one right there. But the funny thing is, I didn't deceive you. I didn't say, oh, those are nigger lips. It's ugly. Oh, those are nigger skin. It's ugly. Nigger butt, elephant butt. It's ugly. Nigger lips. But then when I get the technology, I will do it myself. I'll get them big lips and big butt and get that. I'm so racist, I call it a tan, but it's actually brown. But I call it a tan just to make you, you're stupid. Anyway, I'm smarter than you. And then they can still call it tanning without calling it browning, and you're still not wise. But if he says, oh honey, I will brown myself today, you're going to pick up on that quicker. Well, the rest of the Jacob descendants is going to pick up on that quicker because others know, but they don't really make a big deal about it. Unless they see a white girl with braids, then, with their straight hair, they coming towards you. Hey, it's cultural appropriation. It's just funny people. Anyway, so it says right here, a taunt and a curse in all places where the eye shall drive them. So this is the reproach, and the women would not want that. So therefore, they're gonna leash onto you to get saved. You should ask yourself, like, so wait a minute. If we were doing good, would you still be here? Hey, maybe you shouldn't ask too much questions because you might have less than because you're gonna not want them. Like, get the fuck out of here. Go find somebody else. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 14. All thy lovers have forgotten thee. They seek thee not. Ain't nobody looking for us to be with. For I have wounded thee with a wound of an enemy. The Most High did that to us. With the chastisement of a cruel one. Well, the Babylonians were cruel in those days, but nowadays it's Esau. For the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased. Why criest thou for thine affliction? Why are you crying for the things that are happening to you? Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thine iniquity. because thy sins were increased, I have done these things unto thee, because our sins were increased. So the Most High did these things unto us, right? Therefore, all they that devoured thee shall be devoured. So now you're switching it up. You might be reading like, hey, wait a minute. So you did this, but you're going to punish the ones that hurt us too. Oh, yeah. That's the fun part. Because he was but a little displeased, but the heathen helped further the affliction. Hey, you're doing too much. I didn't tell you to do that. Oh, we don't care. We'll go hurt them. Oh, that's what you want to do? Right? Zechariah chapter 1 verse 15. And I am very sore displeased at the heathen that are at ease. They're chilling. They're chilling. They're having fun. They're dancing. They're mocking us and stuff like that. They put the white face on and call that the saint. That's what they call the saint. Yeah, that's what they call the saint. And that's what they call the devil. Because their devil is like a human being in the form of it. And the devils of the others are like these so-called mythical creatures and stuff like that. Yeah, they're talking, see, the Dutch Black Pete. However, so it says here, according to Cronin, also to the Dutch Black Pete. However, here you have the French Black Pete. You have the German Black Pete. Krampus is then a demon in the Alps. Here, Krampus. And by the way, Alps is a place. Germany, if I'm correct. Yeah, but the people. Oh, wait, let me. Here, in the. It's not the. Well, in the region of the mountains there. Here. Krampus, the district. Here, the mountains here. In the Alps. Yeah, here. This is what they do there. And here they have purple. They have purple there. But these are demons then. But they're not demons. Well, they call it. It's talking about us, man. That's what I'm talking about. So, all these countries in Europe, they all have it. What is this? I saw some weird shit right there. But these are supposed to represent females? I don't know. There's so many. I learn new ones every day. Not every day, but I learn new ones often. I see new that I never saw that before. So I just learned something right there. Anyway, they do have these costumes and stuff like that in these different countries. Wait, let me. In the Alps, whatever. Anyway, going on. So they have all these devils, but the Dutch ones, they are the ultimate, and the Spanish one, those Spanish motherfuckers. That's why let me not talk too much. Heavenly Father willing, I'll get to release myself once that time comes on them Spanish people. And the Dutch, you ain't far too. I'll just wait, man. Heavenly Father, I hope I get to do what I think I want to do. What I'm thinking. That's what I mean. I hope I get to do what I'm thinking. That's what I hope. I always wanted to play Jason anyway, so chase people. And I'm gonna just walk. You're gonna walk through. You're gonna trip. You're gonna fall over. See, you're gonna fall. You can't hide. They're ready or not. You can't hide. Anyway, they have it also in the Arabian places. They also have it. But in this case, let me just focus on Iran. You have Iran here that do their little thing, and these are the people that a lot of our people love, because I see so-called black people fighting for example, they're fighting for Palestinians. They're fighting for the Palestinians. Those are your lovers? This is what the Most High is going to do to you. Well, actually, I think it's here. Yeah. Ezekiel 23:22. Yeah, 23:22. Therefore, are holy. Thus saith Yahweh the power, behold, I will raise up thy lovers against thee, from whom thy mind is alienated from me, from the Heavenly Father. We are alienated from the Heavenly Father. And I will bring them against thee on every side. The Most High is the ones that's going to bring all nations together to gather together to battle against us. The point is, he's going to kill the house Negroes in our midst. That's the fun part. He's going to kill them, and he's going to save the ones that are not down with the other nations. I ain't down with these people, man. I ain't mingling with them, nothing. Look at this. I'm separated, man. I'm even separated from people that look like us, that look like me. I don't give a shit about them, because I know why. Because the first thing that come out their mouth is some caucus shit. They love that shit, though. And they're going to spit on dark skin. Even if they Hamites, they still say shit. Nah, I ain't done with you, man. I got that sword ready for you. But nah, I'll wait. I just let them know, like, hey, I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend. Like, for real, I'm not your friend. So, I don't need to say more. If you hate them, you hate me too. It's a must. But you boast about the caucus and stuff like that, how there's kid in flesh. Like, look, I don't want to talk about it right now. Let me just read on. You should know your enemies. The Babylonians and all the Chaldeans, Pekah and Shoah and Koah, and all the Assyrians with them, all of them desirable young men, captains and rulers, great lords and renowned, all of them riding upon horses. And they shall come against thee with chariots, wagons, and wheels. And with an assembly of people, they're going to gather all the other nations to come and fight against us. Which shall set against thee buckler and shield and helmet round about. And I will set judgment before them. And they shall judge thee according to thy judgment. This shows you that the heathen nations are our judges once more. Here. Deuteronomy 31. Actually, it's 32. Deuteronomy 32 and 31. For their rock, their God, their idols, is not as our rock, which is Yahweh. Well, now it's Yahushai, but Yahweh. Even our enemies themselves, being judges, they judge us. For our wickedness, the Most High makes them into our judges. And then they do stuff to us. But they go overboard, and therefore, once that time comes, we're going to judge them accordingly. According to the bullshit that they done. And the mockery that they do until the day. So, motherfuck Iran. Right? But fight Esau. Go ahead. Esau from Europe, Esau from America, and Esau from Russia. Fight him. Go ahead. Go ahead. Fight him. I'm on your... Woo-hoo! I'm not on your side, but I'm rooting for you. But then again, I'm also telling the other three, go get them fucking Iran. Get them. Get that motherfucker. Get them. See how I'm is? Bust them. Let them bust each other. Fuck them. Fuck all of them. But yeah, I don't need to read the rest. So let me go over here. I don't need that one either anymore. Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 28. But where are thy gods that thou hast made thee? Let them arise, if they can save thee in the time of thy trouble, Jacob's trouble. Jeremiah chapter 30. It already happened, by the way, but it's going to happen again. For according to the number of thy cities are thy gods, O Judah. Jeremiah 30 and 16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. So 100% of you Edomites, 100% of you nations upon the planet Earth, all y'all going into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. You know, you have many talented Jacob descendants on the planet Earth. You see them in West Africa nowadays, and very beautiful dark-skinned women over there. And the thing is, America is the land of cameras. Everybody looks at you, but America doesn't look on the outside because they're in that glass house. So you have a lot of different nations, even in South America. You have a lot of different, different countries where you have the Jacob descendants have superior talent, but it never comes up on the television. It never comes up on the television. Television actually. You know, mainstream television. Sorry, but now that these countries are starting to get internet access and starting to starting to upload their videos and publish their videos on YouTube and stuff like that, then you start to see like, look at the talent. They've been blocked Just like how they block talents in America. They block them because they're fucking jealous. They are supremely satanic. These are fucking demonic creatures, man. The Arabians are jealous. The East Indians are jealous. The Asiatic ones are jealous. Japhet, he's also in the Asiatic regions, along with Moab and Ammon. They're fucking jealous, man. They can't stand it. You know what I'm saying? For example, Japan, if I'm correct. Was it Japan? There's multiple ones of them. I'm not looking for this one, actually. This one. He will tell you the horrible shit that he went through, how jealous these fuckers were, but you have other people over there that, you know, they are in a position of power, and then they make their little moves, and then they put him out, and then they can't block him no more because now he's out. Now the people love him. But they stopping him from reaching certain things, certain positions. You have that one. You have in China. Let me see. Black woman. No, I said black woman. Sorry. You have many of them, and all of them, their stories like this one. All of them, their stories are horrible. You'd be like, what the fuck? Is that what they doing? Damn. You know, because now they have internet access, they can tell their stories and stuff. Like back in the days, it wasn't really deep like that. Like, I mean, the internet thing, I'm not talking about their sufferings and stuff like that. But there's so many. I don't know their names, man. So forgive me for that. I don't know their names. In Japan, she looked East Indian. But there's so many of them. You got the women, you got the men. Who's this one? This one is I think she's a Hamite. I think she is. I'm not saying she ugly, so don't get that shit in your fucking head. Get that shit out your head. But I'm looking at her and I think she's a Hamite, which is, I ain't got no problem with that. Just to let you stupid ass niggas know. Just to let you know, cause maybe no. I wasn't born there. I have a different mind, kid. I was raised different. You know. No. I don't do that shit. No, I don't do that shit. But anyway, I'm just saying that I think she's a Hamite. But it's all good. Remember that King Solomon, his favorite was that Hamite Mizraim. No, it was a Sidon. If it was, no, was it the Sidonian or a Mizraim? Wait a minute. I think it was a Mizraim. Pharaoh's daughter. It was Mizraim. Yeah, good. Right. Anyway, so you need to know she was badass. She was extremely beyond beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, but then again, like I always say, this is a fact. A beautiful thing to you is not a beautiful thing to another. So I understand that definitely. So I'm not saying that's the most beautiful woman in the world. I didn't say that, because that's dumb. That's stupid. That makes no sense. But what I am doing is, let's say red is my favorite color, and then I see a brown or something, or a beige or whatever, yellow or green. I'm not gonna say that's ugly. I don't, because actually I don't think it's ugly. By the way, I don't think it's ugly. But you have certain people that they say red is the most beautiful color in existence, and nobody else, and nothing else. Everything else is ugly. And when you wear full green or something, like, ooh, gay color, ugly. No, I ain't doing that shit, boy. That's not my status. I don't do stuff like that. That's just dumb. And nobody had to teach me. Nobody taught me that. I got it for myself. And I'm proud of that too. Yeah. Just like Paul, how he was proud of certain things in his life, what he achieved and all that type of stuff. He was boasting of certain things. Not worldly shit, but just things that when you look around, you be like, yeah, I'm actually glad I'm not like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really glad about that. Like, wow, that's a real fucked up mentality that you got, you know? Thank the Lord I don't have that. And then you do it like that, you know? Be happy of certain things that you have, you know, when it comes to things of the spirit and mind, and you could say soul if you want to. Oh, you can say brain too, you know, but anyway. I think I'm done, actually. Which is, all the lovers of the Jacob descendants, you know, you have, like I said, you have people that love Palestine and stuff like that. Boy, if you see the hatred from the Palestinians toward the so-called black people before they got their bitch ass bombed by the Caucasus, which they love the Caucasus skin too. And yeah, I'm not joking, man. They're trying to make themselves pale too. And Lebanon has it also, not again bombed the fuck. It's just like this thing. The hatred that they have for the Moors and their descendants. We are Israelites. The Moors are Israelites. And the hatred that they have, they mock you until this day. But they don't do mockery on the... It's not with a passion. Like I said, they're just angry at Esau because Esau is messing with them.
Than both of them. And each one is worse and uglier than the others.
But they don't have a tradition. These Iranians, look at their quote, right? This is a quote from them, right? They don't have a tradition where they do this every year. They don't. I'm trying to show you a difference between anger and hate to the like pure. It's seething, fucking seething with it. You know. You need to understand. But remember, we are a musical people, so therefore they do this, mocking us with the music shit and stuff like that. Never forget that. It goes all the way back to this. Okay, remember that. And then you need to look at them. Well, you don't need to do anything. I just put it in your head like, just look at them as in, if they get the chance, they will mock you. But with their enemies, it's just anger. I don't know how to explain it. With us, it's passionate hatred that is deep rooted within their souls, right? But with the others, they're just angry at each other. This is the Netherlands, by the way. Yeah, you can see it here. Start to beat and shit like this is the Netherlands. So they have, this is another region once more again in the Netherlands. They have a different type of black people. That I'm telling you, man. In one country, you can have 3-4 different versions of the same thing. 3-4 versions of the same thing. You know, that's what they do. In Germany, you have multiple versions. You have this one. You have the ones with the monsters and all that. Boy. Anyway, just don't think that this is what I am telling you what you need to do. Now I'm going to tell you what you need to do. Just like Paul. When Paul says, so he says, but I speak this by permission and not of commandment. So it's basically advice. If you allow me to talk, okay, I'll talk. But again, another one, 1 Corinthians 7:10, and unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord commands. Let not the wife depart from her husband. So this is he forces you with the power of Yahweh. This one, he basically, if you allow me to speak, I'll speak. I'll give you that advice. Because it says right here, verse 40, but she is happier if she so abide after my judgment. And why should she listen to your advice, your judgment? And I think also that I have the spirit of Yahweh. That's why. That's why you should take his advice concerning everything. You know? Well, not everything. If he advises you like, hey, you need to love blue more than you love red, you'd be like, I don't think that's... But what is that to do? It's just the color, right? It's just, you know? But if he tells you not to eat some or take his advice concerning certain things in life and all that type of stuff, you take his advice. Even if you're kind of clashing against it, you still consider it because he has the spirit of the Lord. You do need to understand that one. He's not just a random man that just spits his version of the advice. It is the version of the advice of a spiritual man, a great man. Yeah. Hebrews 1:9. Thou hast loved righteousness and hated iniquity. Therefore, Yahweh, even thy power, and anointed thee with the oil of gladness above thy fellows. So when you are anointed of the Heavenly Father, you are greater than everybody else around you. And you shouldn't have a problem with that. Like, I don't have a problem with that. I'm in the back of the bus anyway. I really have no problem with that. You won't see me anyway. Like, you won't really hear me unless you bitch ass motherfucker talk about me. Other than that, you're not really gonna see me. Like, I'm not into that shit. I want my sword. Then I'll show myself. But other than that, I'm just cool cat in the back of the bus, waiting, just waiting. We got nothing else to do. So with that, I'm gonna leave it at that, and just know that I ain't down with Iran. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. And I ain't down with Russia. I ain't down with America, and I'm not down with Europe. I ain't down with none of you motherfuckers. Even though I find this funny and I eat popcorn. I don't eat popcorn, by the way. I don't eat that shit. But it's just a figure of speech.
Regime felt had taken advantage of Iran.
Taking advantage, you fucking monkey. This is I can't stand these devils. This is advantage. This is advantage. He's lying to you.
Company's profits, whereas located was only entitled to 16% of the company's profits.
They were only allowed to have 16%, so they fought against the guy that was in rulership. And then he's talking about they felt what?
For decades.
Here.
Which the regime felt had taken advantage of Iran.
So the Iranian, okay.
On their side.
It was a battle not only against Iraq, but the global imperialist power.
Who's that? Esau, Europe and America and Russia.
Which the regime felt had
which Iran felt. It wasn't feelings, man. He's trying to make it seem like they was on a hunch. Like, no, they're after me, man. Yeah, hey, calm down, man. Ain't nobody here. I can see them, man. I can see them right there. There's the shadows moving, man. They want to make it come over as if they're crazy or something like that, man. But you need to know the truth in order to know that the devil is lying with his snake tongue. He's trying to make, and I've seen multiple shows. These type of people. I don't want to call them journalists. These type of people that report stuff, right? A bunch of reporters. I have seen multiple of them making it seem as if Iran was always like a loose, crazy cannon or something. Like, no, they was butt buddies, man. They used to be butt buddies with America, Russia, and Europe, and Europe and America. America and Europe and Russia. Then America was also kind of pirate butt buddies with Russia. But the money came in the system, and the power and mineral resources and stuff like that. So they fought. So with them, it's not really a passion within themselves for that hatred. You know what I'm saying? That passion, hatred comes for Jacob, man. The things that we did to them. And they we're going to do it again. We're going to do it again. And this time, we're going to finish the job. Just like the homie, the mustache homie from... he didn't even do anything. I wanted to say the mustache. I was just thinking about making fun. But the mustache homie from Germany. He didn't do anything. He didn't do shit.
Whereas the other 84% of profits were going directly to the British. By the start of the Second World War, the Anglo-Iranian Oil Company grew to control all of Iran's oil and had...
100%. They took 100%. And then they started fighting. Because now the thief cometh not but to steal. And normally a normal thief would leave a little. He ain't leaving nothing. Yeah, he ain't leaving nothing. He be flattening everything, and there's nothing left. There's nothing left after they're done. After they're done, nothing is left. And the bit that is left, they poison that too. Like you can't get none. You know, they poison that so you can't feed yourself neither. He scrape all the food to himself. And everything that he didn't use, he will make sure that you are not able to use it also. Because they're the devil. That's why. They're the devil. That's why.
Taken advantage of Iran for decades.
They have been. What do you... you know what? I'm trying to reason with the devil right here. That's impossible, man.
Is worse than Britain. Britain is worse than America. Russia is worse than both of them. And each one is worse and uglier than the others.
It would make you believe that they really have a passion and hatred toward them, but still you celebrate this. Where's the passionate hatred now when I see it? Look, ain't no Iranian can convince. No, you can't. It doesn't exist. It's impossible. Lord willing, it's impossible. You can't convince me, okay? So I'm not asking questions as if I want to learn from you or know. Or maybe you can persuade me. Anyway, the passionate hatred that these people have is not toward the Caucasus. It's toward the Moors. It seems as if the Moors really done a number on them. to where that they make fun. They have feast days. Just like how we have the feast days concerning the Mizraim, you know. Then we feast. Every year we commemorate or something. Is that the word? Commemorate? We remember their deaths. Yeah, we remember what they did to us, enslaved us and stuff like that. And the Most High killed them for it. Killed their kids. Killed their goddamn kids. And the Lord did damn them. They died that day. You know, that's some formation of damned. You know. But you had the Moors in Spain. And now they're trying to say it's Africans and stuff like that. Look. Throughout history, you can prove yourself, you can show yourself that even in the armies of the so-called Caucasus, you had so-called black people. So guess what? In the armies of the Moors, you did have Hamites. King David. Oh yeah, King David. 2 Samuel. What was it again? 2 Samuel 12. What's his name again? Damn, I forgot his name. 2 Samuel. Eagle? No, it's not an eagle. Oh man, I forgot his name. Oh boy. I think it's this one. No, not this one. I think it was this one. I was thinking of Edo, but it's Attai. Attai. No, wait a minute. Let me do it. These are the Cherethites. These are Captorim, and these are Philistines. It's a long time before I actually found out that these are the Philistines, but they're Philistines because I looked up. The Philistines from Gath, and all the Gittites, but these were particular type of warriors of King David. So I think I'll read it here. It says right here. Let me see. So okay. 2 Samuel chapter 15. Yeah, 15 verse 16. And the king went forth and all his household after him. And the king left 10 women. This is the time of the war between him and Absalom, which were concubines to keep the house. And then later on Absalom raped him. And the king went forth and all the people after him and tarried in a place that was far off. And all his servants passed on beside him, and all the Cherethites, and all the Pelethites, and all the Gittites, 600 men which came after him from Gath. These were Philistines, but these were Cherethites that was living in Philistia, because they came from here. Wait, let me show you something that the Lord is going to kill them too, by the way, as a nation of people. Not these individuals, because they was down with David. Here, Zephaniah chapter 2 verse 5. Woe unto the inhabitants of the sea coast. Those are the Philistia. Here. Those are them. Yeah, here. Philistia here. Joppa and Ashkelon. Those Ashkelon, they spelled it different here. So they spelled here Askalon, and here they spelled Ashkelon and Ashdod and stuff like that. The nation of the Cherethites. So it says here, the nation of the Cherethites, the word of Yahweh is against you, O Canaan. That's another one. The land of the Philistines. That's another one. So The land of the Philistines is where the Cherethites were in, which the Cherethites come from. Where can I put it here? They come from Crete. They come from here. Captorim. And Captorim is Crete. The Cretans. And Crete here on the map. Oh, I can get it here actually. Here. This is Crete. And if you don't believe it, it's here. Crete on map. Here. See? That's Crete. But Captorim was there, as you can see here. There you go. That one. Captorim was there. Captorim, and then along with Philistim were here, and the Most High brought them here. And that is to be found here. Amos 9:12, 7. Are ye not as the children of Cush unto me, O children of Israel? Saith Yahweh. Have not I brought up Israel out of the land of Mizraim, and the Philistines from Captor, and the Syrians from Kir? So Captor is Genesis 10:13. And Mizraim begat all these and this, and then he got Casluhim, of whom came Philistim, and then Mizraim begat Captorim. And the Philistines used to live with the Captorimites, and then the Most High gathered them up out of Captor, the island, and then put them in Canaan. And once they were there, they beat the shit out of us. The Most High set him up. He knew we would go off, so he put them there just to keep us in check, and it worked. It worked. Yeah, so yeah, because the Most High said, if you don't keep my law, I'm hurt you, and we failed, and then yeah, so yeah, here you have that one, and then they came from here, and then they came here, boom. Oh yeah, what I forgot to say is the lands that the Moors came from. Which countries the Moor come from? Yeah, because I was talking about the Moors and all that type of stuff. Look at the countries that the Moors came from, and then you will see, oh, this is why they hate us there too. That's why they have the feast of the Moor thing there, right? They're Berbers, and Berbers is Berberi. That's where you get that Berberi lion from. Because a lot of people want to pride themselves that the greatest lion came from there. Fuck you. It came from, well, it was actually all over the place. So I don't even know why I always go into it, and then I catch myself like, wait a minute, there was all the way in Jerusalem, eh? They ain't no lions there now. Anyway, Morocco. Those were the regions of the Moors, right? The countries that we inhabited. Algeria, Mauritania. Until this day, this word Mauritania means what? Sorry, Maurits. What does it mean? It means dark-skinned Moorish. That's what it means, Maurits. So Mauritania. Tunisia. Libya. Put was there. But we mingled with them. And a lot of them unto this day are still Muslims also. You had Saudi Arabia and Syria, Aram. The Moorish people were there because we mingled with Ishmael, that, like I said in the beginning, that they had Islam also. And of course, Western Sahara, Mali, Niger, and Senegal. Spain and Portugal also. So here's the map, and then I will show you which countries we were. We were also in Malta and Sicily. Don't forget those two. Sicilia. They were in Sicilia and they were in Malta. Southern Italy and Malta. and Morocco, of course, Western Algeria, all these places. But anyway, on the map, I think I have a map here too. No, not that one. I think I didn't have it here. You know what? Moorish country. No, cigar more, not here. See, here, but I'm not looking for that one actually. Here you had Negro lower, yeah, Negro land. But that's another story. Wait. You know what? Yeah, I was looking for something, but yeah. I had a picture of this, but I then did it better with lines and stuff like that. Let me show you. Right, just look at it here. So you have Spain, so I marked it and stuff like that with some picture thing. I just put colors. Spain, Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco, Western Sahara, Mauritania, Mali, Niger, whatever you want to say, whatever, Libya, and of course our people were in Kush. Our people were in Mizraim also. We just span all over the place and stuff like that. But then, after we fell here, then the Arabs came here, and those are the, like, you know, when you take a shit and then you leave it behind and then you move to another place. Well, the Arabs took our place then we moved downward, yeah, and then we moved to Gambia, Guinea, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Burkina Faso, Benin, Togo, Ghana, all these places in Nigeria. And so Niger and Nigeria, we went down. We're still there, by the way, in Nigeria. Mali too. Mauritania also to a certain degree. But above here, it start to get white. Those are the Arabs. They start to popping up in. And Cameroon, of course. And also a little bit down here, like not Dominican Republic. Congo here. DRC. The Congo there. And let me see if I have that. Oh yeah, Malta and Sicilia. And Paul also went here to Malta and Sicily. Oh yeah, Sardine here too. I forgot about it. And Corsica too. Yeah, I forgot about that too. Damn. Okay, I forgot about those two. Sorry about that. Anyway, so yeah, we was all over these regions and stuff like that. You know, primarily, is that a good word? So for the big part, primarily, and then of course we also went here. But these are the ones taken over by the Portuguese and stuff like that. And yeah, I don't even think about these people. Yeah, so I just focus on this shit. I know why. I don't even think about them. I know they're Israelites, but yeah, I wouldn't go over there and try to, you know, make them think that we're the same. Mm-hmm. Just know how these people think. Just know. It's not all of them. So look, it's kind of it's fucked up if I would say that, but because it's not the truth, because that is how it would look. But you see, I just saw goddamn dumb shit. They say the most beautiful. Shut the fuck up, man. God damn it. It makes no sense, man. Saying those are the most. You know what? I'm gonna leave that. Anyway, if you watch her, you want to bash her fucking skull in, but you know, you got people like this there, and they're open with it too. There's no other place that I know of where black females talk shit like that about so-called black men and stuff like that, other than Cape Verde and America. Those are the only two places that I know that you do have self-hating bitches all over the place. I tell you, the men and females, but a lot of them they don't come online and say that. But the women in here, Cape Verde, and the black women in America, they do that shit. They do that. I'm gonna show you a little thing before I log off. For example, I got another example here. For example, one way I can tell a black woman is devastating is how many times they bring up black men, and that's the truth. If you are constantly complaining about them, you aren't divesting as much as you claim to be. Because this is a divester and she doesn't want you to talk about it, but she notices that that's all they talk about. It's like funny. Like, what? Why don't you just get your caucus mail and just live your life, man? You know? And just be happy and shut the fuck up or something like that. No, they gotta let you know how nothing you are. I'm like, really? Like, what? Well, okay. Who's your father? Like, who's your mother? Like, they don't want to bash your skull in? Like, how are you thinking there? I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, boy. Anyway, your devil is yay. The occasional remark I can understand. Yeah, okay. But if you keep bringing them up, you mean if you keep bringing them up? I don't know, man. What is it? Bring or bringing? I don't know. Then you might want to really ask yourself if you are truly divesting, or just complaining about them. But it's boy, you read these things, you be asking yourself like, I didn't know people like this existed. But then again, you see Candace Owens and stuff like that. So yeah, I see them, but you don't see people like that outside of America, unless Cape Verde. But yeah, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the whole world, so I haven't seen the whole world. Of course, it's kind of impossible to see the whole world, and I'm not looking for stuff, so that's also a thing. So it's definitely going to be impossible. But I just report on what I see, and I see here YouTube and stuff like that, and other places, but more YouTube. You know, you don't really see them on Rumble, BitChute, and all that type of stuff. Because some KKK type of people are there. Rumble and BitChute. They're there because they're free to say the things that they are not free to say on YouTube. And yet, on YouTube, you could say a lot of shit. They can say a lot of shit. So it's, what? Huh? That makes no sense. But yeah. I don't know. That hatred is, it's almost like some passionate, just like, where is that thing? Did I click it away? Oh, but I didn't click it. Oh, yeah, I did. Just like these motherfuckers. You know? All the shit that Esau done did to them, and they still mock us. You know? It's a tradition to them. Black face figures, red lips, red clothing, Moors. With the thing on their hat, tambourines for music. You know, because we are musical people. You know, so, hey. But, so... Yeah, the passionate hatred that they have, it's amazing. When you just look at them, listen to them. I can't really listen too long. That's why I like Jason. He's not about talking. He just come and get you. And that's it. He ain't talking, he ain't explaining to you what's going on, why you finna die today. He ain't doing that. He just and I don't like horror movies. I have never in my life sat down talking about, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch this horror movie. Oh, exciting. Never. It doesn't exist. I saw Jason one time, like a clip of it, and I laughed. I chuckled because I think it was funny. Because in the beginning he was killing people that was always having sex, and I was always thinking about that. They was having their little filthy adultery type, or just hookup type sex and stuff like that. And I was thinking like maybe he's killing them because of, I don't know, spiritual stuff. I don't know. I was young, so I found it funny. Still didn't watch it. I started watching Jason in 2000. I ain't making no jokes, man, because I don't watch horror. But with the internet, when the internet started to really get like all over the place, I downloaded it. I ain't gonna buy that movie. Spent money on a film trying to scare yourself. I'm not no caucus boy, I'll tell you that. So anyway, I saw the movie and I found it funny, and so I watched the rest of it and stuff like that, and it wasn't spooky to me, you know. Freddy Krueger also, he was funny. I never watched that garbage, but internet came and I saw a few clips of how funny he killed people. So I was like, that to me. So I watched it. You know what I'm saying? He was funny as hell, man. That thing was not scary. I was like, oh, it's not scary to me. I ain't watching no hard other movies, boy. So I look at those two. Those are the only. And you know what's funny too? All the old school rap songs that I have, Spice One, like, hey, so many others, they often reference Jason and Freddy. It's just sickening. Funny as hell. You know? But yeah. Yeah, I just thought it was funny. And another one was funny, which is Wishmaster. He's also funny. He's a devil. But it's just funny. It wasn't horror to me. Until this day, it's not horror. I don't look at it like I'm spooked. You know? And he was playing Satan or something like that. Not something like that. He was playing the devil. You know? And if you make a wish, he'll kill you in a funny way. That also taught me not to wish for stuff. Just be happy with what you got. Because you have people, for example, you got these psycho Negroes. They had the Ouija board thing. And I saw this, boy. Never in my life I played this music. Never. Well, not my life, I didn't say it. Back in the days. I heard it too. They got a. I don't know if it's on. I don't know if it's on this album, but I heard a few dope songs of them. But I don't know if it's on this album because I myself never looked this up, never played it. If I heard a song and it was on this album, I would never know until this day in 2026 because I'm not looking at that. I saw the Ouija. I saw a song. I heard a song. Dear Mr. Ouija. Boy, I played. Boy, I grabbed that thing so fast. Got rid of it. Hey, boy, I'm not listening to that, man. They got a song there, Mr. Ouija board. Yeah. Here it is. I'm not listening to that shit. It's crazy, man. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Yeah, good for them. Good for them. I don't know what it says, but it says here they learned a hard lesson from the Ouija. It was good. Good for them. Messing around with that caucus shit. It's them Edomites bringing up stuff like this and do fun games. And I saw them as devil worshippers, man. That was way before 666, 3-6 Mafia and stuff like that. You know? They were first. Yeah, that I know of. But this was in the 90s. 666 came like, I think 2000s. Early 2000s or something like that. But anyway. Right, let me stop talking, man, because I talk too much. So, the countries where the Moors were from are the countries that they were, it was a big parcel of land that we had back in the days, and we did damage, man. The Israelites did damage to these people. They did so much damage that they still hating. And they gonna get their ass whooped once that time comes through. Esau gonna beat the shit out y'all. Well, for now. But in the scriptures it says that they're gonna win. They're gonna have the upper hand, it says. Elam, Yeah, Elam and Ishmael gonna have the upper hand. And by the way, Persia is Iran is Persia. So even though these people look like they are Arabs, they're not. They look like they're Ishmaelites, but they're not. See, when you see them, they look like the Ishmaelites. To a certain degree. Sometimes, you know. But if you was to look at them, like here, they kind of look like East Indians. You see? This guy, for example. See? They look like East Indians sometimes. That's how you could see. You look at them, you kind of look Arab, but once you see that they sometimes look East Indian, then you know, oh, these are Elam. These are the white Elam. You know, the caucus looking Elam. They got that caucus skin and stuff like that. That's what I mean with the white looking Elam. They got that to a certain degree. Because the other Elam, they're brownish and stuff like that. See? He looked like an East Indian, but then caucus. It's kind of strange. This one looked like He looked like a Middle Eastern and stuff like that, but yeah. But if you know their faces, you could look at them and be like, this guy is... he's Indian, but he's not. Sorry, he look Arab, but he's not. They look Arab, but they look East Indian at the same time. But the Arabs themselves, they don't look East Indian. They don't. You could just look. I don't see that thing in them. I don't see that thing in them. And then they're women, they're men. I just see Arabs, man. I see something different. Of course, you have the browner ones too, but these ones are the ones that you won't see really on television, or sorry, on media. You know, you won't see them on the media. These are the ones that you see in the media. But these are not the only ones there, because these ones there too. See, the browner ones and stuff like that. They are there too, but this is a little bit older. But you have them until this day. Let me see, brown Arabs. Browner Arabs, yeah, here, these ones. They look like Ethiopians, well, mixed up with Ethiopia, something like that. Afro Arabs, you have Israelites there too. And there's a whole community over there from slave descendants that ran away from them Arabs, and then they live in certain regions, just like here. City people. If you read upon them, you will see that these are slave descendants. They're not Hamites. They're slave descendants that ran, and then they lived in the forest. Not actually forest, but in the deeper part of India. They ran to there, and then they started their how do you call that thing? Civilization, I should say. So-called community, I should say. If I look at her, I actually see my grandmother, and I'm dead serious. She's in India. My grandmother is all the way in South America. So yeah, she passed away a long time ago, very long time ago. But anyway, when I look at this woman, I see the facial structure, just this part, and of course the skin color. This part, minus the hair. You know, bitch. Yeah. Kind of look like my grandmother. Kind of. I don't know. It's something in her face. Right. But anyway. But these are slave descendants that ran away. Like I said, if you read about them, you will see that they were slaves, and then they ran into the forests. And then they lived there. And until this day, they are not really recognized by the India government. And they also live in Pakistan, by the way. I was actually thinking about that. They live in Pakistan too, because these so-called vloggers and stuff like that, they go over there. And by the way, I could just watch videos and stuff like that. You have them there in Pakistan, you have them there in India, and a lot of people go over there, and then they make videos and stuff like that. This is how I learn. You know, you can just learn by, you can just travel by. How do you call that thing? Internet. I'm traveling right now, not right now, but I mean, you watch these type of videos, and then I learn. Then I know about stuff, look up stuff and all that. Then I know, because I wouldn't know if I didn't have the internet. What do you think? I was gonna go over there and figure it out myself? Never. I don't like traveling, boy. I like seeing places. I don't like going there. I'll watch from afar, man. Like I told you, man. I'm in the back of the bus. I just watch and be happy and find it beautiful to see these type of places there. And then I think, oh, our people are there too. Of course they are. But I mean, like, you see it now. I didn't know it. Oh boy.
Biggest community.
Yeah, but anyway, until this day, they still live here. Places like this. See, beautiful. I think. All that there. But yeah, we gonna have these type of houses, man. What am I looking for? Because the Most High is gonna give us that power. We're gonna have rulership, man. We're gonna have these type of things, man. This is what we gonna have, man. You know, we're gonna have the layouts of, for example, the Netherlands. They have better layouts, actually, I think. But this is good too. But yeah, I don't want places where it's only cars. I want places to walk. Like I said, the Netherlands have better. I think it's better. The layout map better than America. This thing. But you can get around just by walking, and that's what I like about here. You can just get around by walking. And yeah, that's it. You can be here and you can just walk all over the place. You could get all over the place. You can get by walking. That's dope. In certain countries, you can only get around by car. You can only get around by car. America has that. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that for our people. I would want our people to live in these type of things. Well, not this one actually, specifically like one person, because if I was to have this, it would be multiple people, not just one person. That's just stupid. But I don't want this actually. I wanted this one. I was thinking of this one, sorry. Gated communities for the Jacob descendants. This is what I would want for our people. That's why I had this picture, because this picture I have. This is what I want for our people. You know, you gotta have that. You can do what you want to, but I want to have that Moses mentality, meaning I don't want to be living in such a house and then living amongst cock. What the fuck would I want that? I want to be the Jacob descendants living in our midst, living in my midst, or me in their midst, I should say. And then we all have, instead of just one. That's what I want, you know? I don't want stupid houses like this. It's open, because these Edomites people, they always have their houses open and stuff like, so you can just look in, even if you don't want to. Boy, that's just madness, man. Your house needs to be a normal house, man. Privacy. You know, things like this, for example. But it's all good, man. These are the type of fantasies that I have in my head concerning our people. I wouldn't want our people to be living in houses like this. But hey, we're doing it right now, so it's all good. But the Most High is going to fix us up. That's what I believe in. You know? And then the heathen's going to fix us up. Yeah. You going to do it. You going to build our nations. Our nation, but in different locations. But anyway, I'll talk too much. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.